thought it'd be really funny if, while I was talking to my date, who was riding in the seat next to me, if I just stepped out and started running alongside the car. And I wasn't driving fast, obviously, but even when you're driving slow,
you can't get out.
It's really fast. As she was talking, I said, I just stepped out of my car to run, and I hit the pavement so hard.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt the tire kind of swoosh past my head.
Oh.
I looked up and I saw my car going toward a tree. And then it stopped because the girl in the back had to jump in the front seat and put on the emergency brake. My hands were all cut up, my pants were torn, and I limped back to the car, and they were ashen-faced and wondered what just happened. And then we just drove home very quietly.
Yeah, there's a couple that they were on a honeymoon, and the plane hadn't yet taken off, and the woman who had just gotten married just became violently and horribly ill on the plane. It was just like, I'm going to paint with my organs. Like, it was just crazy. And people were freaking out all over the plane, so they brought a stretcher down, and they put her on the stretcher, and they're wheeling her away, and like, her new husband is just kind of cruising along with the thing, and he sees me, and he's like, Deadpool! No way! High five! And I'm like, I don't. What do you like? What has she got? Like, what's happening? By the way, your wife is like half dead. Help her, man.
Like a lady would come in and she'd be like, "What do you recommend?" I said, "Listen, here's how you want it: medium rare with some mushrooms on the side. Get you some mashed potatoes. You're gonna love this, man." Hiding in the corner, watching. Like, is she like? How much is she eating? How much do I get? You know. Go back and she was like, "I can't eat another bite." I was like, "Yes." This thing called the tunnel, which is an area between the dining room and the kitchen, and anything I ate, I had to eat in the tunnel. It was my safe zone. The customers aren't gonna see me eat their food, and the chef's not gonna yell at me for eating the food. Wolf the steak down, you know? And I walked back out, and the lady was like, "Listen, I'd love to get that steak to go." Oh, gosh, ma'am. Let me go check. I'll go check. And I was like, "Oh, fuck, what do I do? What do I do?" And I said, I'm so sorry. I already threw it in the trash." And she said, "It's for my dog. It's fine." "Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Will do." And I walked through like, "Freddie! I need a porterhouse on the fly, man. Don't ask any questions. Just give me one right now." Being so, like, she ended up happy that I would be willing to dig through the garbage for her dog. And she left early because she couldn't wait for the steak to be done, so I got another steak.
Tom Cruise, every time you're here, I sound like your mother because you do the stunts, and I worry for you. I just think, stop now, luck running out. Like the last Mission Impossible, you learned how to hold your breath underwater. Yes. Tell the people how long. This is incredible. How long could you hold your breath for underwater?
6.5 minutes.
Good, right?
Yeah. We wanted to do it in one shot, so they were very, very long shots. So these takes took, you know, I'd have to hold it consistently, you know, safely up to 4 minutes. You're out with, you know, when you get thrown out of the boat and you're down there, now you know how to hold your breath.
I could stay alive for an extra 6 minutes.
For an extra 6 minutes.
It's the last one to die.
You're the last one to go.
Yeah.
The movie had just come out. It was, you know, my first big hit movie. So it's like, it was, you know, like 3 a.m. in L.A., and he was on the East Coast, and he had just seen the number, so the phone rings, and that 3 a.m. call, so I grab it, and I'm like, "Hello?" And he's like, "Hey, you see them numbers?" And I was like, "Dad, it's 3 o'clock, I didn't see." "Hey, man, you remember when I told you there ain't no such thing as luck? Just what you make. Remember I told you that?" "Okay, Dad, yeah, I remember that." "Remember when I told you ain't no such thing as luck? Luck is when opportunity meets preparation. Remember I told you that?" I was like, "Yeah, Dad, I remember." He said, "Man, that's bullshit. You the luckiest joke I ever met in my life."
But now, talking at the bar, you took your mother as a date, but she wasn't that interested in all the amazing parties and stuff.
No, we went to the Vanity Fair has a big party every year, and we went, and I'm just like, "Oh, my mom, she's gonna get to meet more of the actors and everyone here," and she's like, "Yeah, I don't know why you guys like this. I'm going home." And so the driver took her home, and then we went to Beyonce and Jay-Z's party.
Super fancy party. Did you see Amelia at that party?
But is that okay? That party is like amazing, right?
It was amazing. It's basically in a car park. But it's obviously been it's not a car park, and they cover it, make it look wonderful, and they say this is the last picture you'll take. As you go down that way, when you go down the stairs, they have a sign that says that, where you're like, oh, okay, no phones, no social media, no nothing. And then you get in and you're like, oh, that's why.
In your book, you tell a story of young love. I think you were on your honeymoon in Europe.
Yes.
And you were on you were driving but on a train?
We went to our travel agent to talk about this. We were mid-30s when we got married, and we knew that we wanted to start a family. So this was like it. We wanted this honeymoon to be really spectacular. Spent 5 weeks in Europe, and it was all over. So we started in Switzerland. We were going to rent a car and then go to Italy. And the travel agent says, oh, by the way, instead of driving around the Alps up and over, you take a train. It's a flatbed car. It takes 3 cars, bumper to bumper, on a flatbed car. And then they put, and then you go through the Alps. By the way, he says, wink, wink, there are 3 tunnels. The first tunnel is about 5 minutes. The second tunnel is about 8 to 10 minutes. The third tunnel is 50 minutes long.
Oh.
If you're a honeymooner, and I said, say no more. I'll give you the whole thing. So I told my wife, and she exhaled and said, okay. We're on the train. There's a van in front of us with a bunch of Italian families in front. And behind us, I mean, as close as you are, I can see the people behind us. 2 couples, 2 Italian couples. And so we start going, and we go into and it's a massive experience, emotionally and physically. And the wind is whipping through, and it's pitch dark. You cannot see anything. Wow. And it's fascinating. And we come out of the tunnel into the station, and I say to Robin, that's one. We go up, we start again, we go through the second. Pitch dark, can't see anything. We come out of it, that's 2. And she's like, oh, God. We start the 3rd tunnel, wait till it's absolutely pitch dark. Here we go. It's a small rental with a stick shift, and I'm like trying to get my trousers off. She's trying to lower her chair, and we can't see anything. You cannot see anything, so it's all by feel. And it's like, what's that? Awesome. And amazing. One thing I learned for sure is that never be completely nude when transferring from one seat over the stick shifter. Keep your trousers on and do it afterward.
Then decant.
Well,
See, funny, I would recommend it, but that's... Sorry,
No, So we are in flagrante, as they say, and I don't know where to put my hands or something, and my wife is just, come on, just, Now, what's happening is that my eyes are adjusting. I can see her profile. She's a beautiful woman. I love her with all my heart. And I can see her, and it's her pretty face, and it's great. And I think the eyes are getting... No, the eyes aren't getting used to total pitch black. What happened is that we were coming to a station, and we came... Boom! Sunlight, everything. Now imagine I'm like this, right, on top of my... And I can see the 2 couples, the Italian couples, in the car behind us with their wine. And and the women are going, stop it, stop it. And my wife says those 3 words to you, who every husband wants to hear. Get off me. So I get off, the Italian family, the grandmother's turning the heads of the children, and I'm struggling to put my trousers back on. And I never found out, we never found out, if this was a gag, if this travel agent did this on purpose, knew all along it wasn't 50 minutes, it was more like 15.